The U.S. ties with Qatar as the world's top LNG exporter, and global shares rise as investors pile into riskier assets. You're watching The Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. The U.S. tied with Qatar as the world's top LNG exporter in 2022. Both countries exported 81.2 million tons last year, according to Bloomberg data. It's a modest leap for Qatar, but a huge rise for the U.S., which only began exporting LNG from its lower 48 states in 2016. A shale gas revolution and billions of dollars of investments in liquefaction facilities transformed the U.S. from a net LNG importer to a major supplier. The Dubai Financial Services Authority says it's upholding its $135 million fine against Abraj founder Arif Naqvi. The DFSA says Naqvi was centrally involved in a sustained course of unauthorized financial service activities and misleading and deceptive conduct. The DFSA says while Naqvi preached about transparency and responsibility, he didn't apply these principles in practice. It says the fine recognizes the nature, scale, and seriousness of his misconduct, which ultimately led to the collapse of the Abraj Group. Global shares rose today as investors piled into riskier assets like equities and commodities. The MSCI All-World Index rose 0.2% thanks to a sharp bounce in European stocks, led by big gains in everything from financials to oil and gas stocks to healthcare. The euro was the worst performing currency against the dollar, falling by more than 1%. German regional inflation data showed consumer prices eased sharply in December, thanks to government measures to contain natural gas bills for households and businesses. And that brings us to today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest winner today is LVMH's Bernard Arnault, up a staggering $6.9 billion with net wealth of $186 billion. Our second biggest winner today is Zara's Amancio Ortega, up $1.5 billion with net wealth of $65.7 billion. And our third biggest winner is chairman of Chinese carmaker Geely. Li Shafu is up $1.3 billion with net wealth of $20.4 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. Some countries' COVID-19 entry restrictions targeting China lack scientific basis and are unreasonable. That's according to a spokesperson for the Chinese Foreign Ministry. During a regular briefing, the spokesperson said China is firmly opposed to such practices and will take corresponding measures accordingly. China is seeing a steep rise in infections after years of harsh zero-COVID restrictions were abruptly loosened last month with little warning or preparation. A tender for the sale of China Evergrande Group's headquarters in Hong Kong has reportedly lapsed again because the offer prices and terms fell short of requirements. The tower is valued at between $1 and $1.15 billion. Evergrande has more than $300 billion of liabilities. It was trying to sell the 27-story tower to raise cash before it was seized. The tower had been pledged against a loan. And Sam Bankman-Fried is expected to enter a plea of not guilty to criminal charges that he cheated investors and looted billions of dollars at FTX crypto exchange. Bankman-Fried is accused of illegally using FTX customer deposits to support his Alameda research hedge fund, buy real estate, and make millions of dollars in political contributions, in what prosecutors have called a fraud of epic proportions. He's scheduled to appear in court in Manhattan this afternoon. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is The Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.